Hello guys, you're welcome back on my channel. So on today's tutorial we'll be learning how to cut a no side seam kaftan dress or a no side seam bubu gown. So there will be no side seam, and normally the only seam supposed to be in front, but because I'll be joining two colors, so there will be seam at the back and there will be seam at the front for joining the two colors, but the sides there will be no side seam. So that is the tutorial for today. As you can see here on the floor here, I have two fabrics. It's chiffon fabric. I have a lighter peach and I have a deep peach. So I'll be combining these two fabrics together. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So today I'll be cutting on the floor because of how long and the nature of the fabric. Okay guys, yeah, if the first time of you were coming into my channel, please kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that whenever I upload new videos you get notified. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So right now what I will do now, alright guys, so this is the fabric I'll be working on. So this I'll be mixing these two fabrics together. You can use any matching color of your choice. So what I will do right now, I will first of all cut show us the example of how to cut the bubu gown. So after cutting it, I will trace the same thing here. I will trace it. I will cut out the same thing. Then after cutting it out, I will join the front and the back together. The front seam and the back seam together. Remember, there will be no side seam. Normally, suppose if you are using one color of fabric, that means there will be only one seam, which is at the front. Okay, but because I'll be combining these two colors, I will have seam at the back and also at the front. So I will do the illustration here. Then I will go ahead and cut out the same thing on this fabric. Then I will join the front and back together. After which we'll go ahead and cut out the neckline and other things. So let's get started. So what I will do now here, this is my fabric, is about 3 yards. So what I will do, I will go ahead and fold it in a bias form. I'll be folding my fabric in a bias form. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. So now I'll fold it in a bias form this way. Are you seeing? So this is how I'll be folding the fabric for us to get our measurement. So I'll be folding it this way. You can see it's in a bias form. So this is it. So now okay guys, I'm done folding this in a bias form. So what I will do next, remember this style, this top is always big, fuller, then the down part is narrow. So that is the bubu we are cutting. That's the nature of the bubu we are cutting now. So I'll go ahead and measure out the length of the gown. So let me first of all mark out line, the starting point line here. So I'm done marking out the lines here. So the next thing I will do right now. Okay guys, as you can see right now, I wanted to be sure you guys can hear me. So I've adjusted the camera. So right now, as you can see, you see the way I folded it in a bias form. The top side, this side will be the starting point. This will be the shoulder line. So as you can see here is more fuller. So if you want it a more wider, depending on the wideness of the fabric. So as you can see here, then you fold in a bias form. Then the narrow part will be the down part. So what I will do next right now, I will go ahead and this point I've marked. As you can see, I've marked the starting point here, like shoulder line. Okay guys, so as you can see right now, like I was saying, so I will go ahead from this line. I will measure out the length of the gown. So the length you are working on is 56. So 56, I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches of sewing allowance. I'll know here we'll be joining the shoulders and also folding of the down part. So here, so I'll go ahead and mark out my 56 inches plus 2 inches, making 58. So remember, this gown is no side seam. So here is the side, and this place will serve as the front as well as the back, because I'll be, after cutting on this one, I'll go ahead and cut it out on this fabric I'll be combining together. So let me mark it out first. This is a chiffon fabric. As you can see, it's moving up and down, so I'll be securing it with pin so that I'll be free when I'm cutting it. So now let me take my measurement. So I have 58. I'll be marking out my 58 inches here. So I have my 58 inches here. I've marked it out already. So the next thing I will do right now, guys, I'll go ahead and cut it out. You can see the shape. This in a bias form, you can see the shape. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I will trace the other one. I will show us how it looks like. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm done tracing. You can see this is the second fabric. I've traced out the shape. So I've done tracing out the shape now. I'll go ahead and cut out this place. So I left here so that you guys can see. You see? So I'll go ahead right now and cut it out so that we'll put our neckline. So guys, I'm done cutting it out. As you can see, what is left for us to do right now is to cut out the neckline. So now the folding of this bigger part depends on the sleeve length you want. So in order to get the sleeve length for this kaftan, you measure from the center back, your neck, where you measure the shoulder, from the neck, that bone, from the center back neck down to the length of the fabric you want. So that is to the length of where you want the sleeve to stop. So in order, or you can do this way, you can, let's say we are starting here. So let's say your shoulder measurement is maybe 16 inches, which is 16. So then the sleeve length you want, you can measure it from this 16. Then maybe I want maybe 15 inches or 12 inches sleeve. So you can now mark it out. So, or 13, you understand? So that is how you measure to know, to get the fullest part you want. So like how wide you want this place to be, because here the sleeve will be coming out from this part, you understand? So when sleeve come out from this part, so from here shoulder down to where your sleeve will come out, that's your sleeve length. Your hands will come out to your sleeve length, you understand? So now, so this is how you measure it. It's either you measure from the back, from the center back down to where you want the sleeves to stop, or if you don't know how to measure that way, you just assume this is shoulder measurement. You will put your shoulder measurement first, then you now mark out like how many inches you want, maybe 13 or 12 inches sleeve. So that will determine how the folding you will have on this part. Okay, so having done that now, let's go ahead and impute our. So okay, the first thing I will do right now, guys, I'll go ahead and join. I'll be joining it. I'll go ahead and join right face, facing it right face. So I'll join this side, as well as joining the other side. So after joining it, before we cut our sleeves, all right? Because if we cut it this way, it will be one-sided. It won't balance. So let's join it first. So I'll go ahead to the sewing machine and join it. Then I'll come back and show us how to cut the neckline. Okay guys, for the sake of beginners, this is what I mean by joining it. As you can see here, you see this is how you join it. You just join it, this part. You can see how I've placed them, right side facing right side. So I'll go ahead and join here down to the dress length, as well as joining the other side as well. So when I'm done joining it, we'll come back and fold it this way before cutting out the neckline. Or you can also fold after cutting out your neckline, then you go ahead and join it. So it depends on what you want. Okay guys, so welcome back again. As you can see, I'm done joining the two sides. I'm done joining it. As you can see, I've joined the two fabrics together like I said earlier. So now what we'll do right now is to go ahead and cut the neckline. So let me push it so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So we'll be cutting marking out our neckline on this the join part. So from this join part, that's where we'll be marking out our neckline from this join part, as you can see. So now, so what I will do right now, I'll go ahead and measure the neck wide, the neck width I'll be using for this. So I'll be using a 3.5 neck width. So from the sewing, from the line where I sewed, from the thread, I'll be marking out my neck width. So here I have 3.5. So I'll be placing my measurement on the line where I sewed. So I'll mark out this 3.5 for the neck width, and for the neck depth, for the back neck depth, I'll be using 2 inches, or you can use 2.5. So let me use 2.5 for this tutorial. Then back neck depth, 2.5. Then for the front neck depth, I'll be using 7.5, 7.5 inches. So here, so this is it. This is for the front, and I'll be using a v-neck for this tutorial. V-neck, you can use any neck of your choice, but normally this kaftan is nicer when you cut the front v, but you can use round neck. So I'll be using v for this v neckline. So you can use your free hand, so this way. So this is for the front neckline, and for the back, this is for the back. This is for the back neckline, and this is for the front. So I'm using v neckline. So you go ahead and cut it out, as you can see. I hope you guys can see it clearly. So this is for the back, and this is for the front neckline. You place your tape where you joined on the thread. So I'll go ahead and cut it out right now. So first of all, cut the back. You first cut the back neckline. So I've cut the back neckline. So what I'll do right now, I'll go ahead and cut the front neckline. Where you lift it up, as you can see, I will lift it so that I won't cut out this back. You lift it, then you cut out your V. So this is it. This is it for this tutorial. So the next thing we'll do right now is to notch where our hand will come out. So the sleeve opening from here, remember here is the side, so the hand will come out from this part. I'll be marking out 7 inches. I'll mark 7 or 6 and let me use 7 inches. No, let me use 6.5. So I'll be marking out 6.5 inch. I will notch it so that when I'm joining here, the shoulders, I will stop at this notched part where my sleeve will, my hands will come out from. So I've notched it. This is the sleeve opening. Okay. So the next thing we'll do on the down part. Okay, guys, on this the down part, what we'll do right now, remember there is opening in the front of this bubu gown. The front will have open. So what you do right now, you open it up here. Remember, this is the back, so this is the front. So on this front part, let me open it because I pinned the top. So let me open them up. Okay, so after opening it, you will measure how many the opening, how many inches opening you want. So here, I want my opening to be from the down part. I will go up by 15 inches, but I will be making it 16 because I will be folding the down part. So from here, I will measure 16 inches. Sorry. So this is my 16 inches. By the time I will fold here, I will end up with my 15 inches. So here, this is 16, 15 plus the folding allowance here, making 16. So it depends on how many inches opening you want. You can extend it upwards. It doesn't matter, depending on the opening you want. Or you can even go ahead and make it like 18. But let me use this 16 for now. So 15, I'll go up by 15 inches plus this folding allowance, making 16 inches. So the next thing I will do right now, I will make a slant from here, from the back. Remember, this is the back. This place is the back. So from the down back here, I will make a straight line to connect to this 15 inches. This is not visible. Let me use the darker part. So here, so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I want to use the dark, the deep pitch so that you can see it very well. So now this is, you can see the mark, the line I mark 15 inches I mark here. So here I have my 16 inches here. So I will be connecting it down to this part, the back side. So like this. You can use your free hand. You can use your straight ruler. So I hope you guys can see it now. So after you cut it out, so I'll be cutting it out right. That's the front opening, the open at the front. You can use any inches of your choice, depend on how you want the opening to be. So you connect it down to the back. See? So we are done. So let me open it up and see how it looks like. So this is it, guys. Wow, our boo boo gown is ready. So this is how it looks like. So the next thing I'll do right now, go ahead and um I'll be turning this neckline with bias. I will turn it, or if you don't want to turn it with bias, I can also go ahead and fold it. I will make a tiny fold because I don't want it to be wide. So I'll make a tiny fold, after which I will sew the shoulder line and stop here. Stop at this notch part, the sleeve opening. So guys, this is how it looks like, as you can see. And this is the down part. So this is it. I think I have to extend this opening. So I will go ahead and extend it. Maybe I will make it up to, I'll add extra 4 inches. I have to extend it, making it 20. So let me use 20 inches. So the opening depends on how you want it. So let me bring it up. So remember this is 16. I'll go ahead and mark extra 4 to make it 20. So now 20. So if I measure from top, let me see what I have here. So I'll be having 37.5. So it's okay. It's not too exposing. So I will reconnect. Okay. I want the opening to go up a bit. That is why I'm recutting. That's why I'm recutting it. Okay. I measured extra 4 inches, making 20 inches. So I came up from the down part. I came up by 20 because I want the opening to go up a bit. Depend on the opening you want. Okay, we are done with this cutting. Alright, so let's get to the sewing machine so that we'll finish the neckline and the shoulders as well as the down part. Then our bubu gown is ready. Thank you guys. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm done sewing it. This is how I finished the neckline. As you can see, I didn't use bias. I folded it. I made a tiny folding. So as well as here, I folded it. So this is the sleeve opening. So this is the finished look. I'm done. So let's wear it on our mannequin and see the finished look. Okay guys, this is the finished look of our gown, our kaftan, no side seam. This is the finished look. As you can see, it's very beautiful. This is the outcome. Wow. So guys, see you in my next video. If you find this tutorial helpful, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that whenever I upload new videos, you will get notified. Thank you so much. Bye.